And we're back here on Fox 59 tonight. I'm Cameron Ridle here with Daniel Miller, the morning anchor here on Fox 59 Morning News, starting at 7 a.m. Monday through Friday until 10. Daniel, you've been back, what we said, it's been about 5 years now?
Been about 5 years this year, yeah, and it's going by fast, Cameron. I mean, I literally can't believe how fast it's been since I've been back, and it's been good. One thing that has been different about this entire experience, and I know we talked about it earlier, is this the pinnacle? This is the first time in my career where I actually feel like I can be myself as a journalist, as an anchor. I work with some incredible people in the morning, from producers, editors and assignment editors to the talent that's on the air. You got Jim and Angela, you got Scott and Lindy, and the rest of the crew that puts this beast of a show together. But if you've watched regularly and over the years, you see how laid back and relaxed it's been. And I love the fact that I can come to work some days and I can loosen up my tie and have no tie
Or
at
no tie at
all,
all.
and wear some sneakers with my suit. And give the news, because it's not about what you look like sometimes, but it's about being people.
How you feel?
I feel good. Honestly, I do feel good. There are days where I've had to actually ask myself, is this it? Because there have been some challenging days, not to putting this on anybody else, but there's just been days it's like, is this it for me? It's not it for me. This is just the beginning. I love that when I come in, I can be myself. I don't have to have a news director or a general manager or even an executive producer to hover over me and tell me that this is what you need to be doing or this is what you should be doing.
And I take it over your career, you've had that.
I've had that.
And so you know the difference.
So I do know the difference, and it's been very, uh, you know, a lot of it has been on me, on us, to guide the ship that we are on the water we're sailing on, and we're number one for a reason, I guess. I think it was number one before I got here.
Well,
And
it's, but it hasn't lost number one since you've been here either. So therefore,
say that again.
it's still number one. And I say it's a prestigious spot because
Yeah.
it is. There are not as long as that show has been on the air in this market. There have not been a lot of anchors on that show. I mean, the ones that I remember, and forgive me if I forget somebody, but Tracy Foreigner, Scott Jones, of course, is still here. Ray Cortopassi,
Yeah. Clarence Reynolds was the first.
Okay.
Who was a good friend of mine. I remember Clarence and Jordana Green, who did this morning show back when it first started. I never again imagined that I would be on this show, knowing that when that station was down on Meridian Street, that I would be up here on this show anchoring a Monday through Friday newscast and still remaining number one. But I think a lot of viewers, they like the team, they like us together, and they also like me. If they didn't like me, I think they would let me know. But also,
oh, they would. They like to DM.
Yeah, we do research and all those things, and they let you know how you feel and what you feel. This is what you get. This is me. I've worked hard to get to where I am. I paid my dues. And if this is not for me, I'm for someone else. But I also know that God opened these doors for me to be here. And I took this job knowing that I was coming into a station that is number one, at least the morning part, and I had a responsibility.
Did you feel a weight because you know the legacy of this station? Did you feel like, okay, if this train is working, this plane is flying nice and straight, don't go in there and mess it up?
I never had that pressure.
Okay.
Because I feel like I'm a chameleon. I can adapt to anything. It's all about chemistry. And if it doesn't work, you're going to let that be known the first time. If it works, then you keep sailing on until whatever happens, they decide that they want to do what they need to do.
Well, the chemistry apparently is strong enough on the morning show that people think you and Ange are dating.
Yeah.
So,
I know, it's so funny, and I always ask myself, I was like, "I wonder what Brad thinks." He knows, and so does my partner knows. I mean, 25 years for me.
mhm,
So life I'm happily married,
uh-huh,
um, and it's been wonderful. But when people think that the chemistry is that good, that
mhm,
there was some type of relationship, I don't want to mess that up
yeah,
because we get along not only on TV but outside of TV.
mhm,
We sit together,
mhm,
we work together, we know a little bit and a little more about each other's lives. I think that's important. We
mhm,
want to be authentic when we're giving the news to people, but we also want people to know that we're just like them.
mhm,
Cameron, there are struggles every day when I wake up. Like, oh my God, the alarm is going off again. I feel like I just went to bed,
mhm,
but we have a responsibility to do this job. And I tell you, I wouldn't do anything else in the world. It's going to be a sad time in a day when I have to hang it up
mhm.
because this is all I've ever known. I love what I do. If I did not love this job, I wouldn't be doing it.
Now, for me, I don't know what my dream is, what the pinnacle is, because it's changed so much over my career.
Yeah.
Uh, but for you, what do you think that is? Or what did you one time imagine? Like, for example, at one time, and I still would if Los Angeles called. I
Yeah.
love the city of Los Angeles. I'm going. I
Yeah.
almost went at one point. But I don't know if that, am I going to feel the same way in 5 years, in 10 years?
Yeah.
At some point, I wanted to be on Morning America.
Yeah.
Do I want to do that? I don't know. What about you?
I had that opportunity. I went to New York,
Mhm,
had a car pick me up from the hotel in the best suit that I ever owned.
mhm,
Um, I was nervous because this was a big deal
mhm,
to CBS News for an interview.
mhm,
I remember that,
mhm,
and it wasn't for me.
mhm.
And so went back to Boston.
It all worked out.
It all worked out. It always does work out
And
if
did
you listen and put it in his hands.
and have you ever had one day where you were like, maybe I should have taken that CBS job in New York?
No, not at all, because this wasn't an international reporting job that I wanted.
Mhm,
And you
mhm.
know how much I love the
Yep,
world and I
yep.
love to travel.
Mhm,
Uh, this job was not that job. I wanted to be an international reporter, and that wasn't this job.
mhm,
So that's why I didn't take this job.
mhm. Now, if you don't want to put all your cards on the table, fine. But if you want to speak something into existence, what what does what do you want when you finally do hang it up? What do you want your career to be, or how do you want, if you could pick, how would you want it to end?
I've imagined, and I've told this to our boss, CJ, is like, I was like, if Nexstar ever opened a bureau in the United Kingdom in London,
Mhm,
I would be the first to sign up, and I would hope that you would send me there
mhm,
because there's something about that country that gives me peace.
mhm,
I love the history. I love just being there and seeing this metropolitan place of people walking and going about their daily lives. And it would be an incredible experience to give the news in in London in a place that I love.
mhm,
I've had the opportunity to go there and cover events for not only this station
mhm,
but Boston as well. Cover royal weddings and um, you know other big events that happen over there. But it's just you get to a certain point in your life and you want to be in a place that gives you peace.
mhm.
And that's where I have peace in the United Kingdom.
Is that, still something that, okay, I don't know if Nexstar has that in their plans. Um, but well, I'm only asking because you've talked about this on the morning
Yeah,
show,
I do. I talk about it a lot.
how often you go to London. I know you've done a weekend trip before. Gone
Could be one coming up next week because I'll be 50 next week.
50 next week.
My birthday is
Where?
next week, and the discussion is, do you want to go to London for your birthday for a weekend? I was like, I'm still trying to decide because we just got back from several trips. But yeah, I've been to London. We've been to London quite a bit,
Hmm.
and spent a lot of time over there, and have flown over there for weekends. I did that during the coronation for
Hmm.
King Charles,
Hmm.
but I don't know. I mean, I love where I am now, and I love what God has opened the door for me now. Uh, as you know, you hear the saying, "Tomorrow's not promised." I'm enjoying every moment that I have, and I'm living in the moment that I have, and see what else happens.
You are a person who I consider to be business savvy in this business. Obviously, you've been around. You've seen some things. You've worked with some great people. You've worked with some terrible people, and you've learned from that. And I've seen you uh, offer guidance to people who want it,
Hmm.
probably some people who didn't want it,
Yeah,
and you move on from them. Um, but this industry is changing so much. Like we're literally doing a TV show right now in the studio in a TV station, and it's
right.
airing on an app. Uh, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, this wasn't even a thought. And so I know the industry has changed a lot since you've been in it. It's changed a lot since I've been in it,
Hmm.
and it's hard to imagine what the future looks like. And so when people ask me as of late, I'm thinking about getting into TV. I'm thinking about getting into journalism, um, either or, whatever form of journalism um, they want to get into. I am at best cautious because before I think it'd have been some. Yes, it is. It's a great industry. I mean, you've said in this interview at one point you were treated like a king
Hmm.
where you worked at. Who wouldn't want that experience?
Oh, it's amazing. It was amazing.
I haven't had that, but I am I would love to have that, but I guess I am now more cautious to say, "Hey, the days of everybody of you getting to experience being treated like a king feel like they're getting fewer and far between." Maybe that's true, maybe that's not. I don't know. We won't know until you look back, but it's just difficult to know where we're going. And so, what advice do you give to people when they say, "I want to get into journalism or I want to get into TV news, be it in front of the screen or behind the screen?" What would you tell them in 2025?
Well, at first, there has to be a legitimate reason why you want to get into it. If you want to be in the business to be in front of a camera or to hear yourself talk or to show people what you look like, then I would caution them and say that's not the reason to do it.
Mhm.
But if you do have a voice and if you're a great communicator and you have something to say, then I think it's a great opportunity and the time to get in the business. And I think the way things have changed and the way we've been able to see it change has been literally incredible. No, I never imagined that this would be part of it. But again, we didn't have these things.
Mhm.
These have become so helpful for so many people. But again, it's changed the way we do news. We have become a society, an industry where everything is on this phone.
Mhm. 24/7.
But if you're good at what you can do and you have a message and you have people who will listen, why not?
Mhm. Is for you, we're seeing a lot of people get out of the industry because the
Yeah.
industry is changing so much. We're definitely in a challenging time when administrations from the White House to your state house
Yep.
um, want to give alternative facts at best.
Hmm.
Um, and I remember um, in I've seen things change over the past 10 years, how things have changed to where um, newsrooms and journalists have had to decide what's more important for me to tell the truth and be accurate
Mm,
or to tell both sides, which may not include being accurate. Some would say that's fair,
mm.
but I think I'm getting deep on you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and I like that. I like when we can get deep because it opens up the truth.
Because the when you get the truth, sometimes you can get the truth from one side. We there's the saying, there's two sides to every story.
Yes.
Maybe there's not anymore. If my
No.
job is to tell you the truth,
Right.
then maybe there's only one side. But if my job is to be fair, then okay, maybe there's two sides. Where do you see it?
I always believe that I want to think really hard when I say this
Mhm,
because, we all have gone through life experiencing things and witnessing things and seeing things. I always believe that there's one truth.
mhm,
There's not many truths. Yeah, people can have their experience and their stories, but if you witness and you've experienced, only you can tell that story.
mhm,
Um, but you can believe what you want to believe.
mhm,
My job as a journalist is to tell you what I know, but I also encourage you to go out there and find and get the information from people who you trust and who you believe in.
mhm,
Now, hopefully, the people that you trust are giving you the truthful information and
mhm,
not feeding you information that's not truthful.
mhm,
Um, I hate right now, and I use that word lightly because I don't like that word,
mhm,
but I don't like to see the divisiveness among people politically, financially, all of it,
mhm.
because it only separates us and it pulls us apart instead of pulling us together. Yes, I'm one of those type of guys. I'm a rallier. I'm a leader.
Mhm,
Sometimes I may not seem like I am because I love to sit back and stay quiet and
mhm.
watch.
You're a lead from the back kind of guy sometimes.
I'm a lead from the because I don't want to see you fall.
Mhm,
I'm going to catch you.
mhm,
And that's what I do to the kids, at least four of them who I mentor now, who I hope are taking my guidance that I'm giving them and telling them that this is an opportunity for them to stand proud, to stand tall, and to learn as much as you can and go out there and be a good journalist. Because that was the question from them. Do you think I should get into this business? Why not? I had no one to tell me, "No, you shouldn't do that."
mhm,
If you love it and there's a reason why you're in this industry, I believe that you can do it. It's changing. Yes,
mhm,
change is good.
mhm.
I've never been I mean, the only change that I was fearful about was when I had to shave my hair.
And lucky for you, we don't I didn't wasn't able to find any video
Thank goodness.
to
From Central
uh-oh, hang on,
Indiana's number
I
one
just
news.
hit the wrong button there. Sorry about that everybody. Hey, we're still here. I couldn't find any video of Daniel with hair because I was trying
Uh,
to pull it up.
yeah, there is a time that I had a lot of hair, and I was getting my hair cut twice a week at a barber, in Castleton, who's a good friend of mine,
Mhm.
Marlon.
And you've put him out of business.
No, actually, I go to him quite a bit to get my
Okay.
beard trimmed sometimes,
Uh-huh.
but, I shaved my, hair when I was here in Indianapolis, and I remember going to the news director and because that moment when I had gotten makeup on the top of my car and the
Mhm.
side, because they were putting makeup. I remember the day it all happened. Promotions people come into the studio and they're like, "What is that glowing on his head?" And it was a light. My hair was thinning.
Mhm.
So they put makeup in my hair to kind of shine it to keep it from glistening.
Mhm.
And it was distracting,
Mhm.
but I was uncomfortable because of that. And I was like, you know what? I need to be me.
Mhm.
If
Mhm.
this is what's happening, I'm going to embrace it. So I had the confidence to go to them and say, can I shave my hair off? They're like, what? That's going to change the look. I'm like,
Mhm.
can I shave my hair off?
Mhm.
Because right now, I'm not happy.
Right, because you can't perform the way you want to if you're self-conscious about the way you look.
Absolutely.
If you're not comfortable with you, how do you expect other people to be comfortable with you?
Exactly. And they knew that. So they said, okay, we'll see you Monday with no hair. And I've been shaving every day since.
What
I
is
have
the
to shave every day.
what's the secret sauce? I'm kind of
Secret sauce.
I'm gonna start asking everybody this question. I asked Russ McQuaid, what is the secret sauce that makes Russ McQuaid? What's the secret sauce that makes Daniel Daniel? Because you're not like there are tons of people in this industry who are interchangeable, who look just like other people, who you could confuse with other people. I can't really confuse you with anybody.
Right.
You've got your own style, you've got your own delivery. What is the secret sauce that created Daniel Miller, the successful television news anchor?
Well, that's nice of you to say, Cameron.
Well, you're welcome.
I appreciate that. It's nice to get feedback from your colleagues and your friends and your peers. The secret sauce for me is just being me.
Mhm,
I've I don't take this job for granted.
Mhm.
I'm also a noble person and I'm a humble person. And I also believe that this is only temporary. I am so thankful that I was able to have a vision and a dream at the age I had one and followed the path.
Mhm.
I never got to meet my grandfather, my mother's father. And to this day I hear and see pictures of him, but they talk about him like he's around the corner. And I said, you know what? I said, at least in this business that I have, someone will always know who I am
Mhm.
by knowing what I sound like and seeing my face when I'm
Mhm.
long and gone.
Yeah.
You know?
I've thought about that too, that, you know
Yeah.
what? At some point, this show we're doing will
It's gonna be out
it's gonna
there.
be out there.
It's gonna be out there. People around the world will be able to see it. They'll get to see me in a different fashion. Um, I like to have fun. You know the fun side of me, the
Mhm.
comical side of me.
Mhm.
I love sunglasses.
Mhm.
Um,
And
and
wears them well.
I just like wearing sunglasses if
And
I
is
could
that
wear
is
them
that
all the
Ray-Ban
time.
I'm seeing from here?
Yeah, they're Ray-Ban.
Uh-huh.
I
Uh-huh.
like them. I got them in Cape Town, South Africa, actually. So I really love these.
Good selection. Good selection.
Yes.
Daniel, we're just about out of time. Tell
Cameron,
people where they can find you
you
every day.
you can find me every day, 7 to 10 a.m. Fox 59 Morning News. Cameron, proud of you. Thank you for having me on the show, and keep up the good work.
Thank you. I appreciate you coming. It's been a journey to I can say when I look back at my career, I helped launch something.
Well, you know what? Carter's going to look back
Yeah.
and see his dad launch something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I like the way you put that. With that, that's going to do it for this edition of Fox 59 tonight. I'm Cameron Riddle. I appreciate you joining us here. We're going to be back here every night at 8 o'clock to bring you the big stories, take you in depth, introduce you to some of our friends here at Fox 59, and keep you updated on what's happening in Indianapolis and around the world. If you want to have more conversations like this, you can even call me on Sunday mornings on my radio show on 106.7 WTLC and Hot 100.9. It's called Open Lines. We'll continue the conversation there, but for now, on the app, Fox 59 News at 10 is coming your way, and the 11 o'clock news. Of course, you'll see Daniel tomorrow right here starting at 7 a.m. Good night.